God willing, I won't be in a bush.
I hope not. Oh, wait a minute. Let me say, why you keep fighting?
We're currently under the largest quarantine this country has ever seen.
Welcome to Tea with Honey. It's your girl HoneyDaVinci, and I'm back with another video. So today I'll be doing another segment of the review, and I'll be covering Love and Hip Hop Atlanta Season 9, Episode 9. So the episode starts off with a bunch of news clips showing the seriousness of the coronavirus. As everyone knows, we're all experiencing the quarantine, but this is showing specifically the start of it all and basically how Love and Hip Hop was impacted by it and the anticipation that the world was facing when this virus first started spreading, and you know, they were anticipating the shutdown, presumably. After that, we see Akbar and Sierra at the glam shop, and you know, Sierra sprays her down with I guess some type of disinfectant spray, and so they're talking about the situation at Sierra's daughter's birthday party where BK shows up and basically exposes Sierra at her daughter's birthday party, which I felt was completely trash, completely ignorant, and just another example of the type of men that Sierra attracts. While she's having this conversation with Akbar, she starts talking about how she misses Shooter. Oh my gosh, girl. Like, oh my gosh, my skin crawled when she was having this conversation. Like, that man blatantly violated you. Blatantly. And because your new dude is just as trash, now you miss Shooter. Seriously? Like, how about you be alone for a little while? Like, instead of hopping from relationship to relationship, spend some time alone. Just because you miss Shooter doesn't mean that it's time for y'all to get back together. Missing someone is just a part of moving on. It's a part of the process. Obviously, you're going to miss someone that you were in a relationship with for damn near 10 years. It's like, Sierra, you do not love yourself, yo. There's no way that you can. And I mean, it's pretty clear based on the men that she attracts that she doesn't love herself. Because this man literally cheated on you with your employee and was paying her not to tell you that he was sleeping with her, and would sleep with her to keep her from saying anything. Right? So how could you literally be sitting here talking about getting back into a relationship with someone who clearly doesn't value, clearly doesn't appreciate you? He wouldn't even come to the court when you were about to go to jail because his baby mom was lying on you. He wouldn't even stand up for you. He refused to. And now you're talking about you miss him, you want to get back with him just because you and BK had a falling out. But then in the same breath, you're talking about how you and BK were supposed to be forever. Clearly, you and BK are not going to make it to forever if every time you and BK have an issue, you're thinking about Rod. Okay? Because clearly, your heart is in another place right now. And you're torn between the two. And anytime you're torn between the two, it's not going to work out. Okay? It's not. It's going to be a whole lot of drama. Okay? And another thing is, if every time you miss someone, you run back to them, you are going to be in a cycle of destruction, of a continuation of chaos and destruction. Move on, girl. Know who you are. You are Sierra. You are the CEO of the glam shop.
But when time is right, you'll get to see the real story. See, I don't kiss and tell because I ain't thirsty. And I'm not broke. Wow. And I'm not tired. And for the haters, you know where you could kiss it. Because you don't pay my bills. And I'm the baddest bitch.
You do not need to be with Rod or BK. Be with yourself for a while. See what that's like. It's just sad to see her dealing with these trash dudes, and literally it's just like that is what she has a comfort with. That's why she accepts it, because that's what she's comfortable with. Another thing they talked about is the fact that Akbar is going through an awkward phase where she is struggling to deal with the fact that her career is not where she wants it to be. And that might have a lot to do with the fact that she keeps targeting people who are trying to come up in Atlanta as well. Like, she targeted Keisha. She also targeted Tokyo when Tokyo first got out there. And I feel like maybe that's why she goes so hard, because she has custody of all 5 of her kids, but only 1 lives with her. So she receives a lot of backlash via, you know, fans and people who watch the show. Like, girl, you don't even got your kids. So I feel like with her having the stress of that being on her back, and her having the, you know, I guess the embarrassment of trying to prove that this is going to pay off, but it's not really paying off right now, is making her react the way that she does, where she's like picking at people or trying to like basically stop other people from getting any shine because she wants her own shine. After this scene, the scene cuts over to, after this scene, it pans over to Spice's Faces and Laces party. So it's basically a party to promote her wigs and makeup line, because although Spice is a very successful dance hall artist, she knows that it's always good to have your foot in different avenues to make, you know, a lot of money and to, you know, accumulate wealth. You know, you can't just have your foot in one door. You got to have your foot in a plethora of doors. That way you can accumulate different streams of revenue to boost, you know, yourself as a whole, your brand as a whole. So I thought that was really good. All of the girls were there. Akbar, Alexis, Sky, Mimi, Karlie Red, Shikahna, you know, even Kiyomi was there. And so the only 2 people who weren't there yet was Tokyo and light skin Keisha. So the girls are hanging out, chilling, talking to each other, and they're all introducing Alexis Sky to everyone. And so that's when Kiyomi, and I thought this was very weird, that's when Kiyomi is like, yeah, hey girl, I know all about you from Fetty. Fetty this, Fetty that, Fetty this, Fetty that. Like, girl, you are a petty soul, and you can just tell that Kiyomi is trying to find a way to make a way on this show. She She like, Alexis Sky. We know Alexis Sky to pop off about Fetty. Any chicks messing with Fetty, she go crazy, she act up. That's how she got on the show in the first place. So now she wants to bring up Fetty. Like, that's weird. Like, I just feel like Kiyomi has weird introductions. Like, when she first met the girls, it was like, hi, I'm the girl who was in a domestic violence situation with Bow Wow. Now it's like, hi, Alexis Sky. I'm messing with your baby dad. Like, what? That's how you introduce yourself? Like, whatever happened to, hey girl, my name's Kiyomi. Nice to meet you. So, a good thing, I really like the fact that Alexis Sky was pretty much on game about it. She knew that the girl just wanted a reaction. And so she said, oh, you used to talk to my baby father? Whoop-de-doo, you and the rest of Atlanta.
But who asked you?
Whoopity-doo. So I liked how she handled that. She handled it very maturely. Then Karlie. Now listen, I know I go hard about Karlie being a good friend, but I never said Karlie wasn't messy, and Alexis Sky is not Karlie's friend. So let's be clear. Karlie is a good friend to her friends. Not everyone else. That's a different story, okay? So Karlie, I guess, still pressed at the fact that Mo and Alexis had some sort of dealings, decided to chime in like, yeah, you used to mess with Mo, you know? And so that's when she was like, yeah, I used to mess with Mo, but we never actually slept together. And then that's when, I don't know, it started getting into the topic of at the sex trafficking event where she spoke out about the fact that she was a survivor of sex trafficking at Jock's panel. So the ladies start basically commending her for speaking out, and then Karlie, this was not a good look, girl. She starts talking about the fact that, oh, well, Mo told me that you and him met when you was 16, and basically tried to downplay the fact that Alexis Sky was a victim of sex trafficking. And basically was being very condescending. And you could just tell that she's bitter at the fact that there was any type of dealings with Alexis, Guy, and Mo. But we know Karlie to be that way. When it comes to her men, if you mess with one of Karlie's men, it's never going to be a full circle. It's never going to be a full circle. She's always going to have a little bit of something towards you. So I felt like it was very tasteless, very classless, very uncouth. It was just nasty. That was just nasty. A nasty, nasty, nasty way to handle someone. Because regardless of what Mo tells you, you don't know for sure whether it's a lie. You don't know for sure whether it's the truth. But common courtesy, common decency would be to not try to play someone out who could have possibly done that. Just based on the fact that it could have possibly been true is enough to have some type of compassion and decency about yourself and the way that you handle someone who's speaking on something that's so delicate.
Talk to me. Want to?
No, because people don't know what I went through with that situation. And I just telling Karlie and some of my Mo sending pictures when I was 16, girl. I didn't even know him. Like, you don't know what the I went through. And that house, like, nobody knows what I went through. Bitch, he didn't need me at 16 because 16 I was in a mother house. Stop.
After this, actually while this is happening, Shikahna comes up to the girls and she's speaking to everyone, and that's when Karlie again decides that she wants to get Akbar and Shikahna to talk to each other. Now, girl, why are you messing with these people? Like, come on now. Akbar is on her best behavior. Shikahna's on her best behavior. They on the other side, on two different couches, on two different sides. There's 100 people in between them. You know what I mean? They don't have to even interact with each other. But, of course, Karlie's like, oh, let me reintroduce you. Reintroduce, girl. Reintroduce. Girl, you need to, sit down. Have a seat. Like, leave these people alone. So, in the process of her trying to reintroduce these two, words exchange because Akbar's like, we good. She know who I am. She know who I am. Karlie starts instigating when Akbar's like, she knows who I am. She's like, oh, you shouldn't say it like that. Yo, that is some instigator behind stuff, yo. That is some instigator stuff that, oh, why you say it like that? Because now it's putting a nasty taste in Shikahna's house. Like, well, how did she say it? Well, girl, I'm not stunting you. So that's exactly what Shikahna said. Like, girl, I'm not stunting you.
No, I don't with that bitch and she don't with me. I don't give a fuck about you. I wasn't hanging with you. I'm not stunting you. Like that. I don't say I work every day. Yeah, what up? Work hard as a bitch. What you gonna do about it? Yeah, no, at that. You eat that.
But then, Shikahna did start busting off at the mouth. Because she started talking about some, I don't sell, I work every day. That was cold, girl. That was cold. So they start going at it. Next thing you know, Akbar throws a drink on Shikahna and everything just goes crazy. And, you know, security gets involved. Shikahna was really mad. Never saw Shikahna that mad. You know what I mean? Usually she's not that confrontational, but I think Shikahna's more like, girl, we could go back and forth verbally all day, but don't be throwing no drinks on me. Don't be putting your hands on me. I'm good off that. So she starts going off and ends up getting kicked out of the party. While this is happening, Spice is talking to Akbar like, girl, you promised me that you was going to come to my event and act cool. Like, why are you throwing drinks on people? Regardless of who said what, throwing drinks is going to obviously take things to the next level. And this is my event. I haven't even performed yet. And you promised that you wasn't going to do this. So then that's when Akbar's like, you know what? You're right. Let me calm down. I'm not going to do nothing else. Everything's cool. While this is going on, Shikahna's outside screaming like, I'm mad. Oh, man. I'm mad. You know, yo, Shikahna kind of reminds me of a leprechaun in her voice. Like, first of all, she's already short. But also in her voice, like, she just reminds me of, like, a leprechaun. Oh, man. I'm mad. God, do something with her. God, do something with her. Like,
Drink on me. I still lost on that.
Bitch, I'm so mad. All my video thought some look at me, these mother when he let me get this bitch. I'm mad.
Walk it out, Shikahna.
Walk it out.
Walk it out.
Walk it out.
like, oh my gosh, it was so funny. So she's outside talking to Tokyo and light skin Keisha about everything that happened. And as we know, light skin Keisha was already anticipating meeting up with Akbar and talking to Akbar. But it's like, dang, a fight has already took place, so maybe I need to have my defenses up, and that's completely understandable. So Spice starts performing, and you know, Spice is killing it. You know, she's going off. I like the song. I was feeling the vibe. You know what I mean? And then that's when Tokyo and Keisha come in. They start dancing. Everybody's dancing, grooving, and having a good time. After the situation with the performance, you know, Tokyo's asking Spice, like, so what happened with Shikahna? She's outside going off. And that's when Spice lets her know what happened with Akbar or whatever. And so they start introducing light-skinned Keisha to everyone. And light-skinned Keisha is like, you know, I'm good. Basically the same thing that Akbar said to Shikahna when they were reintroducing Shikahna to Akbar. But just now it's light-skinned Keisha saying, I'm good. Yo, why Akbar's charge at freaking light-skinned Keisha trying to fight her?
No, it's not no problem. We just, I don't know you. Oh, wait a minute. No fight for that. Not today. Not tonight. No fight for that.
I didn't understand it. Like, I didn't understand it at all. It didn't make sense because what is your real beef with light-skinned Keisha to try and fight her? It doesn't make sense. Like, I can understand a rap battle. I can understand a performance. But fighting? Girl, it was never that deep. It was never that deep for you to try to put your hands on that girl. Because she said she was the queen of Atlanta, you was going to put your hands on her? That don't make sense. Girl. Please make it make sense. Because I'm really trying to understand how. Because all I saw was you ambushed her on the radio show. She stormed out and said that she was not going to do it. She's not going back and forth with you, girl. She doesn't know you. She doesn't care to know you. And that's your beef. She like, is you the one that got the problem, not me. Then you just randomly try to ram her. Like, that was corny. And Tokyo, ooh, Tokyo Balboa was not here for it. Tokyo was not here for it. Oh my God. Every girl need a friend like Toke.
Oh, wait a minute. No fight for that. Not today. Not tonight.
Because, yo, soon as she ran up, she got done up. Soon as she ran up, she got done up. Tokyo was like, boop, boop, boop. Oh, I know Akbar had to be mad because that is the true definition of pick on somebody your own size. Okay? Because she tried to run up on light-skinned Keisha and Tokyo was like, don't play with her. Don't play with her. Okay? And so, yeah. Tokyo put the mitts on her and Akbar was mad. So everything gets crazy. Or Tokyo and light-skinned Keisha get pulled out. Like the dynamic duo. You know what I mean? And so it was nice. I like Tokyo and light-skinned Keisha's friendship. I like that. You know, I'm not really feeling light-skinned Keisha, but this episode made me like her more because it's like, I like the dynamic between her and Tokyo. Right? So, next thing you know, Akbar, who clearly just lied to Spice and said that she wasn't going to cause any more trouble at her event, comes over to Spice, Karlie, and Alexis Sky. And so I guess she wanted to confront Karlie about trying to get her to talk to Shikahna or whatever. I don't know why she was charging up to Karlie like that. But then that's when Spice was like, boop, boop, boop. Like,
Akbar, just calm down real quick. Why you keep fighting everybody now?
how you gonna keep trying to fight at my event? Like, girl. And Spice ain't really hit her, but she hit her one good time because I seen that head fly. Okay? I saw Akbar head fly. She got cocked one good time by Spice. And that's really all she needed. Somebody needed to knock her in her head one good time. Because it's like, girl, you is too old to be out here fighting like this. So then that's when, you know, Karlie's going off like, oh, if you fight, I fight. Talking to Spice. Like, yeah, whatever. So then that's when Akbar just was feeling stupid. She obviously played herself. And obviously Shikahna's prayer came true because Shikahna was like, God, do something with her. God do something with it. Next you know, God did something. God knocked her ass upside her head. That's what God did. Knocked her upside her head. After that, you know, Akbar got pulled out of the party. And freaking Tokyo and light-skinned Keisha ran her down in her car and was trying to fight her. But, you know, the security got involved. So they wasn't able to fight. I like that scene a lot. It was very entertaining, I have to say. So basically they ended out the episode letting us know that the show got shut down. And they showed everyone's home videos talking about the situation. So overall I feel like it was a great episode. I feel like Sierra needs to get her life together and love herself. Maybe go to some therapy like I've been saying. I feel like Akbar needs to go to therapy as well. Figure out why she wants to fight everyone. You can tell that she's really still bothered by the situation. She says she's going to leave Love and Hip Hop because she doesn't like the way that she's being portrayed. But it's like, girl, you are a bully. You are a bully. You are literally trying to bully people for no reason. There's literally no reason for you to still be beefing with Shikahna. Now, she did disrespect you. That is true. But it's like, did you really have to throw a drink on her? Did you really have to escalate it that far? Use your words. Learn how to use your words. Learn how to be witty. Learn how to, you know, roast someone. True, if you would have roasted Shikahna, if she wasn't tagging you with them insults, you wouldn't have felt the need to put your hands on her. But because she was getting the best at you with the words, you decided to resort to violence. Learn how to gag. Learn how to read. Learn how to throw some shade, okay? You'll be alright. Once you learn how to do that, you ain't got to put your hands on nobody. You cut them with your words. And I feel like, you know, I can't wait for the next season to see what's going to happen with everyone. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification button, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Love you guys. Thanks for the support. Bye.
Thank you.